I was playing a place in Dallas called Charlie's Airport Lounge, which opened at 7 in the morning, and I was alternating sets with the lingerie show. Where these, that's back when I was still, getting real loaded, and then I, got cleaned up, and that's still the only gig I could get. It wasn't fulfilling somehow. So somehow I went home one night, and I just got real quiet, and I said, I'm gonna write some songs. I want to be a real songwriter. And I'm going to write songs not to try to get somebody to record them. I'm not going to write songs to try to get a publishing deal where I've, got to give somebody a song a month. And I'm just going to write songs to see what I can contribute. See, I'm going to write this, write, and I'm going to write a song not thinking about its future. That was, I'm not going to write this song to try to, what's going to happen? I'm just going to try to write this song right there and do that.
Records you've made post 92, 93, 94, how, I don't know if you went back on purpose or what, but like the craft of blues, really hardcore blues writing is like.
I didn't have much of a career, I mean, I was from somewhere in there, and I was just, pretty much a mess, and got to the point where I never could get a record that worked for me. Before, I guess, Loco Gringo's Lament, every record I put out had excuses duct taped to them.
Right.
Well, we ran out of money. Hey, we mixed all 11 songs in one night.
Something that.
There was always something there but Loco Gringo's the first one I go, here it is, take it or leave it. I did what I was supposed to wanted to do. And so somewhere in there, around 42, I just kind of got in there, and I didn't have, I'd burn a lot of bridges in my career, I mean, I didn't play Green Hall for like 12 years. I was over at Willie's at Pertinalis, and I got loaded, and I couldn't get off my chair, and so I said, Willie, I was supposed to play Green Hall tonight, what'd I do? And he said, well, call him up and tell him you lied. And so Pootie brought me the phone and dialed Pat Bolak, and I said, Pat, I said, I know I got a gig tonight, but I lied, I'm not going to be there. He said, well, your band is. And I go, yeah, well, I'm not. and so I didn't play there for like 12 years.
Right.
Because I was embarrassed, but I finally was able to make them in and go back and play Green Hall. I was playing a place in Dallas called Charlie's Airport Lounge, which opened at 7 in the morning, and I was alternating sets with the lingerie show. Where these women would wear lingerie and then walk around and try to get these drunk guys to, give them a credit card and buy this, lingerie for their girlfriend.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, it wasn't that great.
No, I mean great in a real bad way.
It was, that was alternating sets, That's back when I was still, getting real loaded. And then I, got cleaned up, and that's still the only gig I could get. It was really embarrassing. So anyhow, one night I had this really just, it was one of those things where I'd walk on stage, I go, play Redneck Mother. I'd open with Redneck Mother, and I go, here's another song I wrote, and I go, play Redneck Mother again.
Oh boy.
And so it wasn't fulfilling somehow. So somehow I went home one night, and I just got real quiet, and I said, I'm gonna write some songs. I want to be a real songwriter, and I'm gonna write songs not to try to get somebody to record them. I'm not going to write songs to try to get a publishing deal where I've, got to give somebody a song a month, and I'm just going to write songs to see what I can contribute. See, I'm going to write this, write, and I'm going to write a song not thinking about its future. That was, I'm not going to write this song to try to, what's going to happen? I'm just going to try to write this song right there and do that.
Right.
So anyhow, I just kind of made that a commitment somehow or something, and so then I said, in order to be a real songwriter, I need to play guitar better. And then that's when I said, I had this fear of embarrassment, and overcame that fear of embarrassment, called this guy, said, will you teach me how to fingerpick? Because all these writers I really liked, early Dylan and Towns and all of them, they fingerpicked it.
Yeah.
And I just kind of, just a blur. And so I took guitar lessons and really started trying to, learn the craft of songwriting. And so I got back into finger picking, and then got back. I said, man, I'm gonna play like some lick like lightning in Mance, John Lee Hooker, and Tony Joe White. You know,
Yeah.
so I really, because I wasn't gigging, I couldn't get a gig. And so I really worked on that for about 6 months, just getting into it. And then I started writing, you know, the songs for Loco Gringo's Lament, and that really kind of turned it around.
I remember when that came out. It's on KHYI, that radio station up
Oh,
there.
yeah.
They started playing Conversations with the Devil.
Yeah.
And I had been a fan of yours the whole time. But I do remember, and I didn't know from songwriting. I was trying to write songs, but I was just trying to find a foothold somewhere to see how to write. And I remember just knowing, okay, there's a big difference between what he has done in the past and what this is. This is they're not just 3-minute throwaways. Like you say about Redneck Mother was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I could have written that in my sleep.
Yeah.
But, which maybe that's true, but there's also a natural fine art to something that simple, and then also learning how to write songs
Yeah.
in a way that you can be complex and simple at the same time. That's the hardest thing in the world to do.
It is, and the thing is I agree with you. You know, songwriting is like it's an anguish and a joy. You anguish over it to try to, you know, get this right. You know, and then when the line works, or you go you know, and you go yeah, and it's like the universe just pats you on the back, go attaboy.
That's right.
You know, and that's you know, that's really for me. That's the feeling that's, you know, more important than, you know, for Judy, it's, you know, getting a royalty check. You know, and that's yippee. But
Yeah.
you know, for me, it comes when the song really works. You go, yeah, okay, I like this. I'll play this for Jack Ingram. I'll play this for Guy Clark. I'll play this song for, hey, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You get that song where and it's not so much an ego thing. It's more of a self-esteem thing, because you've done something, you know, like that's esteemable.
Yeah.
I guess.
I call it. I used to, when I started having songs on the radio and stuff, but it came at a price in some respects, and it's I decided I'm never going to put out another song or another record that I wouldn't play for Ray,
Yeah.
for Willie,
Yeah.
for Jesus, for whoever, for the real heroes.
Well, don't invite me to that gig. That last one, just tell me.
I mean, Jesus.
Yeah, I know, yeah, whatever. But I know what you mean. Yeah, it's somewhere in there. You know, you start off for me. It was beer and girls. I got a guitar because that was it. You know, I mean, the Beatles came out. Wham! You know, the Dylan came out. Folk music, whatever. Yeah, I'll get a guitar and maybe I'll have a chance with
What'd
a
you
girl.
say? You bought a pair of jeans and a work shirt.
Yeah, as a folk singer.
Yeah, voila! I'm a folk singer.
I'm a folk singer. I got a work shirt and desert boots and some. I had a four-way coat with patches on it. I was a folk singer.
What was the name of that band? The Coachman?
The Coachman was one of.